Bureau announced a deal this week that would allow potentially American citizens who are criminals to be put in a different country. Is that something you're looking to do?
No, I didn't know that he announced that yet, but if he did, it's fine, yeah. We have hardened criminals, horrible people. You see him pushing people into subways. The train is coming last week. Guy walking around, just sees somebody waiting for the train. Train's coming 40 miles an hour, and he gets pushed into the subway. And that happens all the time. These are sick people. If we could get them out of our country, we have other countries that would take them. They could. It's no different than a prison system, except it would be a lot less expensive, and it would be a great deterrent. Send them to other countries. If we could go a step further, in other words, we're talking about getting the criminals out of our country that come in through other countries illegally, right? The illegal migrants, as I call them. Well, we have people that are just as bad as them in our country. If we could get them out, I'd be very happy to get them.
Salvador said that he wanted you to pay a fee for that. Would you pay that?
Well, it's a very small fee compared to what we pay to private prisons.
But under what authority?
And a very, very small fee. I don't know. We'll have to find that out legally. I'm just saying, if we had the legal right to do it, I would do it in a heartbeat. I don't know if we do or not. We're looking at that right now. But we could make deals where we'd get these animals out of our country. And you know, if you take the shooters, the people that hit old ladies in the back of the head with a baseball bat when they're not looking, that walk down the street, the people that you see it, the people that take out a gun and shoot you for no reason at all. If we could get these animals out of our country and put them in a different country under the supervision of somebody that made a relatively small fee to maintain these people, because you know what? These are criminals. You call them hardened criminals. They've been in jail 40 times. There's one 42 times. And every time the person gets out, it's a he. Every time he gets out, he commits another crime within 24 hours. And it's a heinous crime. It's a rough crime. We don't want these people in our country either. We don't want them in our country. If we had the option to get them out and let them be based in some other country at a fraction of the cost, and frankly, they could keep them, because these people are never going to be any good. That person that has been arrested 42 times or 22 times or 17 times and is all in for manslaughter and everything else, and only gets out because of a very weak judicial system that only goes after people like Trump. They don't go after the criminals. They don't go after people like this. And they laugh at our law. If that took place, you would have a lot less crime automatically.
So there's Guantanamo Bay, on Guantanamo Bay, is there enough space there to accommodate?
There's a lot of space to accommodate a lot of people, yeah, so we're going to use it.
Can you talk a little bit
We have
about
it. It's
why?
already up. We have it for nothing. But we can do less expensive and even more secure. We've had other countries come to us saying, we would love to do that. We would love to take your criminals and we'll maintain that. We'll be their jail. And I'm only talking for the most severe cases. Like, I watched that guy on tape pushing the man into the subway last week. That man that did that is a real bad guy. Many, many arrests. And you think you're going to convince him someday to be good and a wonderful citizen for our country? It's never going to happen. I want to get those people out. I'd love to get them out along with the illegal migrants. The migrants are rough, but we have some bad ones too. I'd like to get them out. It would be all subject to the laws of our land, and we're looking at that to see if we can do it.
What other countries have offered to take American citizens?
Say it?
What other countries have offered to take these American
Numerous, many. And Marco brought it up today. I'm glad he did, because a lot of people are thinking it. When I watch some of the crimes being committed in New York City and Chicago, look at Chicago, the volume of crime that they have and the viciousness of the crime. These people are horrible people. And if somebody thinks they're going to be wonderful citizens someday, they're wrong. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. They're bad. These are hard, tough criminals. In many cases, they're crazy. They're absolutely crazy. But they're very dangerous. If I could get them out of the country and be in some other country where they're glad to have them because they make a small fee compared to what we'd pay to a private prison, or to, put them in one of our prisons that cost even more money, I think it would be great. I'd love to get them the hell out of our country.
Peace, you know who this is. I cannot be long, but I'm gonna just be strong. I'm not even gonna say all the regular stuff. I'm sorry. This is the first time in like 2 days I got some time to myself where I could actually do this video. And this is what I said was going to happen. I told y'all that that black people were going to be the biggest losers of Trump's deportation plan. And it was going to hurt black people directly. Now you see that it's here. I told y'all he was just setting up the system. He targeted the undocumented first because they was the easiest group to target. Then he started moving on to other groups of immigrants, some who are documented, some who he's trying to denationalize people. He's trying to strip people of their visas. He's trying to strip people of their green cards. He's trying to take away protections. He's going after asylum seekers. He kept working his way up the ladder. Now we are here to black people. Because if you think he's not talking about black people when he's talking about criminals and crime in New York, you stupid. That's why I got this tweet on the screen. This is his tweet with somebody saying, oh, we going to finally get them thugs from Chicago, LA, Atlanta, and New York. As you see, finally going to get them thugs. We know what thug mean. We know when they talking about convicts that mean. We know when they say liberal, democratic city, blue run city, and they start naming these cities, they're talking about black people. That's who they talking about. And the president of El Salvador retweeted this. He knows they're talking about black people, and he's thinking about black people too. Because what's going to happen? Like I said, what's going to happen? They're going to start sending the convicted criminals out, the ones with really, really bad records. Then they're going to go down to just people who just convicted of regular crimes. Then they're going to go down to people who haven't even been convicted of crimes, who are just in jail. And then they're going to start doing gang sweeps. No, then they're going to start going after protesters and labeling you terrorists and sending you to Guantanamo Bay. Because like you said, he's going to send some of them to Guantanamo Bay, some of them to El Salvador, and he got other countries who want them. It's going to be somewhere in Africa. He's going to be sending them. He's going to send them out. And then they're going to start doing gang sweeps. You see how El Salvador did, where they just did a bunch of gang sweeps and they just went to certain areas and just locked up everybody? Some people were gang members. Some people weren't. They just locked them up and they just got them under indefinite detention. No jury, no judge, no lawyer, no court date, no nothing. They just in jail. I mean, they just sitting in it, indefinite detention. That's what's going to happen. You're going to start seeing Trump do quote-unquote gang sweeps through blue cities, and you're going to start seeing groups of black people just getting rounded up and getting shipped out the country or to camps that they built in the country, because they will start building camps in the country. They're going to have to start. That's what you're going to see. That is what you are going to see. People being deported, people being put back into slavery. That's what we are going to see because of you clowns, all you FBA goofballs. None of you have even spoken on this. None of you. You could go to any of these the mouthpieces, the voices of ADOS, FBA, Freeman, any of them. They haven't even covered this. This story is over 2 days old. They haven't touched it. Because either they don't know about it because a lot of them are grifters, or they just not covering it because they can't spin this. And they know that their audience is stupid, so they don't really watch the news, so they're not going to even have to, they're going to just act like this ain't even happening until it actually happened. That's what we dealing with. That's what we are going to have to start dealing with. And nobody come and be performative in my comment section talking about, oh, so only black people are convicts? Are you saying only black people are gonna go? Or so when they say thugs, that only means black people, or only black people commit crime in LA? LA is majority Mexican. I don't want to hear none of that stuff that y'all gonna try to come here and try to deflect and be performative with. And try to spin this around. It's over. This is what it is now. This is where we have come to as a people. You lost everything. Everything. For what? And I don't want nobody. And when the blame start getting put around when this happened, make sure you point it on FBA and all these black men who didn't vote. Those black men who stayed home and voted for Trump. This on y'all. All of y'all black men who not even. I'm not. When I say this, I'm leaving the Republican black men and like the religious black men out of this because, again, those people was never on the pro-black wave or pro-black side. They was always on that other side. I'm talking about the people who claimed to care about black people, wanted the best for black people, and was doing what they felt was best for black people. Because they not on Team Republican, they not MAGA and all them clowns. You did this. No, I don't want to hear nothing about no Latinos, no white women, nobody else, because nobody was counting on Latinos to win this election. They couldn't win it, and they couldn't lose it for us. Nobody was counting on white women. The white women couldn't win it and couldn't lose it for us. Also, nobody was counting on the pro-Palestinian, the lefties. Nobody was counting on them. They was counting on black men, and y'all knew this. It was made painfully clear that if y'all don't come out and support Kamala Harris full force, like black women did for Joe Biden in 2020, she's going to lose. Y'all knew this, and y'all did that with glee, trying to show power, trying to show strength. But like the old saying goes, all cruelty stems from weakness. Y'all really showed y'all was weak. That was cruel what y'all did. Y'all didn't care about her. Y'all didn't care about black people. Y'all didn't care about all our gains. That cruelty that y'all demonstrated on election night, we gonna get back 1,000-fold, 100-fold if we lucky. But I'm gonna end this video here. Like, share, subscribe, drop me a comment, tell me what you think, and peace.